If you're watching this video, you're either researching your next business move or you've already been burned by one of those trendy business models and got tired of angry customers waiting 6 weeks for their orders. Or you jumped into crypto thinking that you flipped your way into millions. Look, if you've watched my content before, you already know I'm going to tell you Amazon FBA is the move. But here's the thing, I'm not just telling you to do Amazon FBA and call it a day. I'm going to show you exactly why these other business models fail and why you should avoid them like the plague if you actually want to get rich. Every successful entrepreneur I know built their wealth by going deep on one thing, not wide on everything. But most people do the opposite and wonder why they'll never make it. So let's start with the biggest disappointment of them all: drop shipping. Garbage products from AliExpress that literally break all the time. It's astounding to me that people run this as a business. Profit margins are also way too low, with ad costs that are continually starting to rise. You're making about 15 to 30%, and then the ad cost is always switching up. So there's no real predictability or allowance to scale that business. What used to cost $5 back in 2016 now costs $50 for the same exact amount of views. And then by the time you actually validate the product, you're spending thousands. And then of course the obvious, long shipping times. You're making your people wait 3 to 6 weeks. You really think people are gonna allow that when Amazon is dominating everything and shipping the stuff in 2 days to the customer? People don't tolerate that anymore. And as a product of that, you're creating angry customers. So you're ruining your longevity with your business. And then when you have these angry customers, they're gonna start charging back and making your shipping times longer. And now you're running into payment processor issues. Most of these stores fail within months because everybody's competing with the same exact product. That's a trend at the end of the day, so it eventually dies out as well. The few that survive use hybrid models, meaning they have an inventory in a niche brand and basically become their own Amazon FBA. And so you have zero control over inventory or quality with this drop shipping approach. Next is day trading. This is where people mistake gambling for entrepreneurship. The math here is brutal, but most people find out the hard way. 90% of day traders are unprofitable, and it requires sitting at a computer for 8 hours plus a day to look at charts. Kind of counterintuitive, right? You got into a business so that you have some sort of flexibility, but now you're just sitting there for 8 hours. High stress and high cortisol, which is terrible for your health. This thing is the pinnacle of greed and fear. Your emotions are literally in the limbo because that's all what the market and the news does with this sort of industry. So these emotional decisions could lead you to making huge losses. Hence why we compare it to gambling. It's very similar. You're competing against algorithms and Wall Street professionals that have done this for 20, 40 plus years. Sharks that understand the industry and know insider trading as well. They know some news that comes out before it's made public. So they literally have the upper hand on you. Those are the sort of people you're competing with. And there's no passive income. If you stop trading, you stop making money. Sure, you could have a stop loss to automate the process, but good luck trying to predict the exact price that's gonna hit your stop loss. Why would you gamble with your money? I'm gonna show you this statistic. The few winners often lose it all after one bad trade. I'm telling you, it's literally gambling disguised as entrepreneurship. You can't scale it. You're limited by your time and your capital. Number 3 is crypto flipping. This is where people confuse speculation with building a business. I'm literally gonna play here a clip with VeChain. Just spent $8,500 on this coin VeChain. It's January 20th at the time of recording this. Either I messed up or I won really big. We'll see at late March or early April. I bought this months back thinking, oh my God, it's the next 10 to 20x. Who knows? It may still hit, but I'm down like 60% of my investment. As you can see, this number right here is now 3,600 and we are about 54% down. That sucks, but situations like this, you got to be grateful that this is not your main source of income. Now $9,400 investment since the time of that previous recording is down this much. That's the risk you take with crypto. And most of you guys wouldn't be able to stomach that loss because it's your first time in business. Don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-crypto, but let me explain the difference. Bitcoin and crypto can be great investments, but investing is a money multiplier, not a business model. You need income first before you can successfully invest in an asset like Bitcoin, because typical returns are 30% a year. You have $100,000 inside of Bitcoin. Next year, year, you could expect your capital to be at least 130,000. So it's a long-term game. If you're investing $1,000 and making $300 after a year, I hate to break it to you, but you could have flipped that multiple times throughout the year if you were in a business. That's why trying to make crypto your primary source of income is almost like you're working backwards, because you're relying on pure speculation, which you have no control over. It's not a business. There's no cash flow, no customers, no products. And if the next World War III comes out, well, there goes all your investments. You need to be able to generate cash flow no matter the economic outlook. If there's a recession or the economy's booming, your business is still making money because it's bulletproof. Flipping meme coins isn't a sustainable business model, and it requires no skill, just luck. And maybe if you have good connections, that as well, which if you're starting out, you're not gonna know the big players in crypto that could help you out. I all know you guys could remember NFTs. I even got sucked into that. Listen, I'm not here on YouTube to just share all my wins. I'm also going to share some of my L's. And another one of my L's was hopping onto the NFT bandwagon back in 2022. Me and a partner invested over 6 figures into a project that was about to do millions, supposedly, in the next few weeks if we just launched it at the right time. And so opportunities like this can be flashy and very attractive, but 99% of the time, they're BS. And I lost one of my best friends because of this BS. A relationship ruined that could have potentially made millions of dollars if it wasn't for falling for stuff like this. So I don't want you to go through that yourself. And I have receipts here. We literally spent over 6 figures and I had to stomach that loss and lose out on one of my best friends. And now looking back at it, it was just a beginner mistake. Who in their right mind thought that you could invest hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars into a picture that is Web 2 and now you're going to be making millions? It was all hype, but that's your risk with these market trends. And I'm here to tell you how to spot them and how to avoid those that could be costly. Number 4 is starting an AI agency. It's interesting because everyone seems like they're an AI expert now. The market is oversaturated within months because there's literally no barrier to entry. You could just ask ChatGPT a few questions and you can position yourself as an AI expert. Literally, everyone's an AI expert now. And most entrepreneurs need to learn this anyway. Like, we're using AI ourselves, and I don't call myself an AI expert, and you're racing to the bottom because as AI advances, your services become less worthy. And if a competitor launches a better version of the product, now yours is outdated and you can't charge the same price. Meaning services that cost $5,000 are now costing $500. That's a 10x drop. I'm telling you, most agencies are literally ChatGPT with a higher price tag. And it's difficult to scale because most clients want custom work. You're still trading time for money. It's glorified freelancing. You're still on somebody else's time. You're just getting a little bit more money for it, but it's not worth it. Eventually you're going to cap out, and you're under constant pressure to learn the new AI tools daily because things are always switching around in the marketplace. And eventually clients cancel when they realize AI isn't magic. And then most people talk about recurring revenue with an agency model. One thing you're not accounting for is your churn. Clients drop off, and it's project-based income. It's unpredictable. And number 5 is TikTok Shop. This is a funny one because people are building their entire business on a platform that could ban them tomorrow for literally no reason. Like dropshipping, you're promoting trendy products. You're completely dependent on TikTok's algorithm, which changes constantly. One algorithm update can kill your business overnight. It's extremely saturated. Most people are making videos on the same product, getting 100, 1,000 views, and you have no customer data. TikTok owns your audience. Banned products and account restrictions can happen without warning. And at the end of the day, success is based on your entertainment value and not business fundamentals. And you have to constantly be showing your face because you're the affiliate for your TikTok Shop product. So what happens with one day you get sick? Now your income takes a hit. So if all these models have fatal flaws, what actually works? You guessed it, Amazon FBA. It's the only model that checks every box for a real business. You actually own real inventory, a real business asset. Amazon handles fulfillment and customer service, so you could focus on other parts in your business. You have built-in traffic from 300 million Amazon Prime users. It is said that half of the US is signed up on Amazon Prime. And Amazon is known to be the second largest search engine behind Google. It's predictable cash flow once you dial in your products and your relationships with the suppliers. You can actually sell your Amazon business, so it's a real asset that could grow in value. multiple income streams: wholesale, private label, brand direct, and online arbitrage. It's a compound effect. Successful products find other product launches that are in similar niches. So you have a category that you can base yourself in and grow in. You can scale without hiring a ton of employees, which you can leverage Amazon's infrastructure. They have all the buildings, all the people. Use it to your advantage. And it relies on data-driven decisions, not emotional roller coasters. That's my favorite part, is that you could kind of predict the sort of sales you're gonna get under the items that you buy. You're not depending on algorithms or going viral. Amazon's trust factor, along with the prime shipping, makes it so that you have repeat customers and customers buy without questioning. And if one day you want to go global, you could sell in Amazon Canada, Amazon Italy, all over the country, Japan. Amazon is everywhere. So you could leverage and put your products in other countries if you'd like to, without the headaches of starting an international operation. You can start with a medium-sized investment and then scale systematically from there. And my favorite part, the business operates while you sleep. Literally making sales. I wake up to new sales all the time. Look, I've been watching entrepreneurs chase these trends for years now, and myself included years ago. They hop from drop shipping to day trading, to crypto, to AI agencies, to now TikTok shop, always looking for easy money. And here's the thing, in 5 years from now, we'll be having the same conversation about a whole new set of trending business models, because history always repeats itself. But you know what's not going anywhere? Amazon. The successful Amazon sellers I know, including myself, didn't chase trends. We built real businesses by focusing on what matters, the fundamentals. It's not sexy, it won't make you famous on TikTok, but it works, and it always has. And when the next wave of revolutionary business models emerges and inevitably crashes and burns, Amazon will still be here, still making people very wealthy. The question is, are you gonna continue chasing trends, or are you gonna build a real business that lasts? The choice is yours. See you next week.